Preparing for the worst. To be prepared is half the victory. The question I am most often asked is, if what you're saying is true, it's obvious that I need to do something to protect myself and my family, but I don't know where to start. Can you help? Sadly, most people are woefully unprepared for the inevitable terrorist attacks, natural disasters, and other disruptions that are planned for our daily lives. Our government tells us virtually nothing about what we can do to protect ourselves. And make no mistake about it, there's plenty we can do, we don't have to be sitting ducks. As JFK once said, the time to repair the roof is when the sun is shining. So, as the storm clouds start brewing all around us, let's make sure the roof is in order, before it's too late. Your number one resource when the planned cataclysmic events start taking place is your knowledge, and that's knowledge gained over months or years of learning to think how to live primarily independent of the system. Whatever you do, don't rely on your government to save you. At the bottom of this page there's a graphic reminder of who's responsible for this mess in the first place. So, what is a rational individual to do? Income: develop alternative income streams, instead of relying on a 9-to-5 job always being there. Finances: ensure your personal financial affairs are in order. Physical: ensure you are in peak physical fitness to survive any calamity. Learn: reduce your TV time to no more than 1 hour per day and instead read voraciously. News: avoid sensationalist, traditional mainstream news services, which are intent on keeping you dumbed down, and choose mainly independent news services. Privacy: cover your online tracks carefully. Otherwise, third parties can find out everything you do online. Survive: develop a survivalist mindset, including how to survive a nuclear attack. Relax: learn how to relax, in the midst of worsening news and circumstances. Relationships: ensure your relationships can stand the test of the coming crises. What to do about things right now? There are several things you can do today to solidify the key aspects of your life to ensure that you are personally prepared for the difficult times ahead. Some people may think you are crazy, but there are things you can do covertly, even in that context. Most importantly, you must plan now and be ready to implement that plan the moment the wheels come off. If you live in a city, you need to develop a plan to get out of that city in the event of a catastrophe. I was in New York on September 11, 2001, and the feeling of being stuck there without knowing what was coming next was unbearable. Your plan needs to address how to get out immediately, not the next day, not that night. Immediately. Just remember what Charlotte and Milwaukee's city centers looked like during the 2016 riots. That's how quickly a situation can degenerate. You can't rely on a freeway. Although they may be available, they may be death traps. You need to find an escape route that takes you through neighborhoods you know will be safe for at least a little while. Being among the first people to leave the city will ensure that the roads are not blocked. As a part of your plan, you must establish a place to assemble your family for the trip, regardless of the time of day that it becomes necessary. Assemble an emergency kit and keep it in the trunk of your vehicle. Store adequate gasoline in containers in your garage to get you to wherever you already have planned will be your emergency destination. Recycle the gasoline every 6 months, because gasoline degenerates quickly. Also remember to keep your escape vehicle gassed up and well serviced at all times. Make a list of the perishable things you'll need to assemble after you make the decision to evacuate. Keep the list in the emergency kit. Make a copy and also keep it in your dresser drawer, in case the vehicle is unavailable. Anticipate an apocalyptical scenario today. When an emergency situation arises, you probably will not be capable of your most rational thought process, but you will be able to follow your pre-made list. Include any gold, silver, or gems that you might be keeping stashed away. If you don't have any, then get some. Include weapons because if this scenario arises, rest assured, you will need them. Get in touch with remote family today. Discuss your plans and obtain permission in advance, even if you treat it as a big joke, to arrive on their doorstep in the country, if that is what you must do. Otherwise, they may not be happy to see you. Arrive with enough of something special that makes you a valuable and welcome addition to their home: food, gasoline, bullets, gold, anything. If nothing ever happens, which I consider exceedingly unlikely, then you will have wasted nearly nothing, but you'll be at peace. In fact, you may make money on the appreciation in gold and silver. If something happens, a few hours preparation today may make the difference between life and death, yours and your family's. Right now would also be an excellent time to move your family to an area likely to be among the safer areas in the country, regardless of what may happen. The cities will not be safe. An area located within 100 miles of a coast will also not be safe. If you're especially paranoid, you may also want to stay at least 400 miles from Yellowstone Park.